Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine. I'm Catherine, and it's time for the next page challenge in my 101 Scrapbooking Ideas and Sketches book challenge I have taken on for 2024. We are going to be working with the Sunflower Fields collection, and we're going to be working from page 54 in our books. So let's get to it. Here is page 54. If you don't have the book, I will link the original blog post in the description box below this video, and you can follow along with that. My interpretations, I usually do larger photos. You can see we're going to be adding 4 4x6 mats and 2 4¼ by 6¼ mats. We're also turning this into a 2-page layout. With the Sunflower Fields collection, one of the things I did earlier this year was I did some actual sunflowers. I did a sunflower layout, and we used the Banner Border Maker cartridge to create the leaves for our sunflowers. And that left me with quite a few Banner Punch negatives in this collection. So the challenge was to come up with a pretty layout with that, and I think I have. We are going to be using the sunflower page for the left side of our layout. It has the white dots with the yellow background on the back side of it, and the orange tone paper for the right side with the plaid on the back of it. So as you can see, we have some void that we need to fill in this page because I thought about leaving it just open, and then I thought, you know what, this is going to go into a pocket page, which means it's going to be backed up to I don't know what eventually. So I found 2 strips. It might have just been a single strip that was 1½ inches maybe, and I cut it in half at 3/4 of an inch by 12 inches to layer behind, because we're going to have the sunflower side up, but we're going to layer it with the white dots behind it. Or the yellow, this pale yellow with the white dots is what's going to be showing to create a little bit of contrast on the front of our page. And nope, I just did that completely backwards. Okay. So forgive me, I just did that completely backwards. I needed to do this on the, so learn from Catherine's mistake here. I'm gonna have to figure this one out. We're gonna use our repositionable tape actually on the, what do we want showing? We want the white, these dots showing. Oh boy, so we need to use our repositionable tape on this. Okay, not on this, on that. There we go. It took me a minute. This is my first time doing this. Can you tell? Put a little bit at the edge, and that's okay. I think the other end is going to be my bigger problem, but we'll deal with that later. Whoops. Got my tape runner caught in one of the holes. Here we go. Let's try this again. Take 2. So putting tape runner along our centers here, and then a little bit at the top and the bottom of the banners is going to help our strips to stick, won't it? I like that. That took a lot of brain power. This is one of those definitely learned from Catherine's mistake here. Okay. We do want it to be straight, even though the pattern won't really matter, but we do want our edges to line up. And I will probably wind up putting a piece of index sheet behind this later so it doesn't stick to every single thing. And here we go again, using our repositionable tape in between these. Art Deco-y look to this Banner Punch, something that attracted me from the first. I guess I don't know why I keep wanting to call it a punch. It is a Border Maker cartridge. All right, let's line up our edges here again. There's that side. Seems reasonably straight going across. There we go. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is just You can easily cut strips, but for the ease and sake of time, I am going to just place. This is one of our index sheets from a collection. It doesn't matter what collection it's from, but since I put the regular tape runner on first, I need something to keep it from sticking to my desk while filming this video. So that seems like an easy solution, and it'll be okay. We'll figure it out later. So now I have 2 more of my yellow dot banner negatives. These are right at an inch. So it looks like I have one edge that's a little bit, just ever so slightly bigger than the interior or the other edge. So I'm going to put the wider end out, if you will. Add some more repositionable tape. This is going to be a repositionable heavy layout on both sides because we have more of these banners. I told you when I went to look at this collection, I had so many of these, and then I saw the sketch and I thought, you know what, that's really would be a great way to use that. And then if people want to make sunflowers as well, you can do that. Go back and just search my channel for sunflower fields. I believe that's what it's called. I will check that for you in just a moment here. So if you search my channel for sunflowers and bumblebees, you will see the full layout. And if you search for sunflower and bees card, you will see the card. That was the companion. For one, I used the pyramid keyhole border maker, and for the other, I used the banners for my petals on my sunflowers. So we're going to run this up the side with the slightly wider edge facing out. And there we go. Same thing on this other side. And now we have our base page ready to go. And I pulled some mats from this collection because I love the mats. And we have this orange dot mat, some stripes on the back side. We also have a sunflower one and a Bring on the Sunshine that we're going to be using on this page. Well, the sunflower one really doesn't matter which side you use. The other ones do. So I do like a really nice color flow between both pages. Pulling out my zero centering ruler so I can center our top mat at the top of our page here. So this is a 4.5 by 6.5 mat. So we need to go to 2 3/4 on either side of our ruler here. And we are going to put this right at the top of our page. And I know that does cover up some of our banner part, but we want to have space for photos on our pages as well. And then our Bring on the Sunshine is going to be from this right edge. And our sunflowers are going to be from the left edge, just lined up directly with the edge of our paper, which is going to bring us through the center of our mat because we centered our mat. And then these are 2 4x6 mats. And then we also have space for either journaling, or you can add another photo down here as well. You can just bring another 4x6 photo in coming down if you want. I'm using this Bring on the Sunshine probably for a title for the page, since I didn't pull on any stickers since they were sold out from this collection. But, you know, if you have some stickers you want to add, you can add some stickers. You can easily place 2 photos here as well. So this is the left side of our page complete. And bringing in the right side, let's do the same thing. except for we are going to have this is the sunflower side showing along the top, and then the dots along the side. So it kind of matches our other page. I am a fan of bringing in colors throughout both our pages that help things to flow nicely for your eyes, and then that way your photos will also stand out when you put them on your page. Using my repositionable tape again. I am using my border mat here. If you don't have a silicone mat to work on with your repositionable tape, you can easily use a parchment board. Just find a piece of sturdy cardboard, line it with parchment paper, and attach it with electrical tape. That's what I used in a lot of my beginning videos, and you will find it in those. Oops. Oh, how did that happen? Okay. So again, I am using my slightly wider edge at the outer edge of my paper, just as another little thing to help draw the eye out and up through your page. So there's our sunflower side up, which was our base paper on the other side, and then we're going to do the polka dots again down the sides. There we go with our right side. I'm going to do the same or similar that we did on the other side. So I have the one with our large sunflower that could be a journal mat or a, you can put a photo there as well. I'm going to flip this. We have our 4x6 happy moments with the polka dots around the outside of that. And we have a yellow polka dot for the top that has some blue diamonds on the back. I know there's an actual name for this pattern. Harlequin. Woo, there we go. Only took my brain a minute to get that sorted out. Okay. Here we go. And this one again is going to be 2 3/4. So we have a nice central starting point coming down. And then we'll just line up with our edges again here with our 2 mats coming across. Okay. Here's the right side of our page is done. Let me know what y'all think. And hopefully I gave you an extra idea of how to use up some of those scraps if you did make the sunflowers, or maybe I'll encourage you to do that. Use your banner punch and create a really pretty frame around your pages. Here are both our pages together. And here was our inspiration sketch. You can see they did have a little bit of a frame around theirs, but they chose to use much smaller photos, and this is actually what inspired me to put my larger photo, my larger mat, my 4.5 by 6.5 mat at the top, and then come across, this kind of came across, but going through again with larger photos. Like I said, I'm anticipating putting a photo here, here, and here, using this as my title for both pages, and this is my journal box. And then I probably will add a photo on the bottom here as well. But if you want, you can actually add a photo here with your sunflower and journal elsewhere on your page. So definitely options. I always try to leave options. Let me know what y'all think. But we also have a card too. For our card with this collection, I pulled out one of my blank cards from our blank card kit. I also had a scrap of the green plaid, I believe also left over from our sunflower layout, that I cut this one to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 to be our base on our card. And I'm reinforcing this real quick with just a little bit of repositionable tape around the outer edges that will be on our open edge for our card. Just find it helps keep things a little bit more secure. That way when people are going to open your card, that paper like that doesn't come away. Once I press it down, now you'll see it's our card opens nicely. The paper doesn't flap away from the base. I had another one of our banner negatives, go figure, from the that same paper we used for the base of the right side of our page. I took my 0 centering ruler and I went from our 12-inch edge and measured down to find out how much I needed to cut off to create an even pattern for our 5 1/2-inch card. So this piece is 3 3/4 by 5 1/2 inches. And then I believe it was 1 1/4 inches is what I took off of the top edge because of course there was a full banner to the edge of the page. Well, it's hard to show now that I kind of covered up, but basically it was a full banner through the edge of our page, and I wanted to show just the inversion and the design instead for our card. Always looking for different and unique ways to show off. All right, my tape runner ran out, so I've replaced that, and we're back in business here. I think I'm going to use a little bit of regular tape runner through the center here, just to give it a little bit of extra sticking power. Not that our repositioner wouldn't hold it, it just gives it a little extra, if you will. I'm going to line up my part here, my little edge, along the bottom edge of my card. We are going to be having our card go this other direction though, but let's make life easier on ourselves to get things lined up. I also had a scrap that was 1 inch by 4 1/4 inches, and I thought, that would look pretty there. So we're going to use it. If you have these random scraps, sometimes it just works out. And yes, it will look pretty. I am putting it a little bit more up on my plaid part, and it is over. So it's about, I'm going to measure for you all because that one's a 1/4 inch from the top, and about a 1/4 inch from the edge as well. There you go. Sometimes you never know. And then I do have a sticker I pulled in for this. I know the sticker pack for this collection is sold out, and I try not to show things that are sold out, but I cannot resist putting the You Are My Sunshine on here. I'm going to cover up the top edge of my little extra strip and just put this on here. So hopefully you still have some stickers laying around as well, and we're looking for an idea to make with it. Now, you don't have to have the You Are My Sunshine sticker. It's a pretty card without it, and it could be just a general all-purpose card. But, so you have, I don't know, I'm definitely in my kid graduated this year mode. So if you have your kid going away at college and you want to send them a goodie pack with a little note, the You Are My Sunshine might brighten their day, or I think it would brighten anybody's day if you have a friend that's hurting, or just another nice thinking about you kind of card. All right, let me know your thoughts. Leave me a thumbs up if you liked my interpretation of the sketch, and let me know what you think about my card as well. Until next time.